Podcast City Network.
Hi everyone, I am your host, Marc the Shark Ritorto, and welcome to the Marc the Shark MMA show, where every week we talk about the wonderful sport of MMA. Today we will review the most recent and upcoming events in MMA news. In each episode, the format may be changed, but you will always be entertained. There will be special interviews with special guests, along with special insights on the sport from our guest hosts. Also, check out our Facebook page for news and updates on future episodes. Also, we appreciate donations from our listeners to keep our podcast up and running. You can make a donation by clicking on the Click the Support button found at anchor.fm/Marc the Shark MMA show. And that's Marc spelled with a C and not a K. We are also looking for guests who want to be on the show and sponsors who want to advertise their product and brand on the show. For more information, contact me on the Marc the Shark MMA show Facebook page. Also, for a plug-in, if you're looking for a good action thriller suspense novel, check out a book called The Cabal, The Saga Begins. You can find it on both Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. It is available in paperback, Kindle, and audiobooks format on Amazon.com. In paperback version only on BarnesandNoble.com, and the hardcover version is only available at www.retortofamilybooks.com. For a good book for your kid to read, check out I Am a Survivor or Invisible Girl, written by a little 11-year-old girl by the name of Christina Ritorto. She has her books in Kindle and audiobook format and paperback format on Amazon.com and paperback format on both Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. And the hardcover version is only available at www.retortofamilybooks.com. Okay, everyone, keep on listening. We'll be back shortly after this break.
Hey everyone, it's Angelica from A Little Bit of Everything with Me podcast, and you're listening to Marc the Shark MMA show.
Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/MMA show and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title for free and start listening. It's that easy. Go to www.audibletrial.com/MMA show. Alright guys, we're back. And now is the time for you guys to learn how to make money. Now, you can easily make money by listening to this podcast by downloading an app called Podcoin. Either your Android phone or your tablet or your iPhone or your tablet. And it's fairly simple. For each podcast that you listen to, you earn points, and then you can redeem those points for either Amazon or Starbucks, or you can even donate it to charity. Now, by listening to my podcast and using this special promo code called MMA Show, that's the promo code MMA Show, you will get 300 Podcoins just for signing up and using my code. Again, it's MMA Show, and the app is called Podcoin. You can get it from, if you have an Android device, you can go to the Google Play Store. If you have an Apple device, you go to the Apple Store. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, we're back on the show, and today we have a very special guest, MMA fighter, Andy the Golden Boy Perez. How you doing today, Andy?
Hey, man, I'm doing fabulous. How you guys doing?
Good, good. Welcome to the Marc the Shark MMA show.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah. Guys, we had a little technical difficulties, but we're ready to rock and roll right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Andy, What was the first martial art that you got started in?
Oh, my first martial art that I got started in was WWE. I'm being 100% real. I would just watch video. That was my babysitter Monday Night Nitro and Thursday Night SmackDown. And I'm telling you, my little brother, it's like that was the moves I practiced on, because I used to hear stories of my dad being a pro boxer and, being this, great boxer, athlete, wrestler. I thought maybe if I would be really good in this sport, that my dad would come back, come back in my life. So then when I would beg my mom, hey, I want to be a wrestler, I want to be a WWE. We actually didn't have no money to do that stuff. And I ran in, I think it was like 5th grade, my friend Tyler Martinez, his dad and his family's been in the legit collegiate wrestling, I don't know for how many years, in Arizona. And they said, hey, you want to go? None of this fake wrestling that you do. We're going to show you how to be a good wrestler. And I was like, okay. I get there. Actually, one of the guys knew my dad. And, once you know somebody, I guess they knew how good my dad was. They invested in me. And then my mom moved me out to Catalina. It's in Tucson, Arizona. It's pretty much how you guys would say, like out in the sticks. It's all country, but nothing filled with Mexicans and whites. So it's like country Mexican rancheros. And they had a wrestling team out there, and I showed up at Coronado. Actually, my friend Matt Peters and his dad Rick were my baseball coaches, and they knew how much I liked it. Actually, Matt wasn't a wrestler, and he was already wrestling, so they said, hey, next time we go, we'll take you, and I was hooked ever since. So 6th grade.
Okay. And then how did you get into mixed martial arts?
All right, so you know how every wrestler gets fat after they're done competing? They get, I guess they call it this day and age, the dad bod.
Yeah.
So, wrestling all your life from 6th to senior year, I stopped 2 years completely, just eat fast food. I think it was like in 2008. I was hanging out with this girl, and she straight up told me, I would date you if you were skinnier. You're really attractive, but you're fat. No lie. I hate telling the story. I hate telling the story because I got my wife. I moved on. I'm actually the better person. But so in my head, when you're a kid, you're like, okay, what can I do to change that, right? Because everyone wants to change when someone tells you something. Because at that time, I think I did like the girl, so I was like, all right, driving around Tucson, Arizona, crying, listening to Usher, sad music, you know what I mean? And ding, 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 I see a gym, MMA gym, new ownership, and coach of my high school was Dominic Cruz.
Oh wow!
Yes, he was my. I
Was
don't really like his
time, or was he
What's
fighting
up?
at that time?
No. Well, at this time, he just started fighting. He was doing Rage in the Cage at this time, and I remember being there when Matt Vidal was telling him, hey, they opened up this gym, you should go check it out. So I knew that he was going to that gym. And, because I was his wrestling coach, I would be able to finagle my way in more than other people I was thinking. But I get there, and he's already in California already fighting for the WBC. So I sign up. 4 months later, I tell him that I want to take a fight. The gym that I was at was like, no, you're not going to take it. And you got to do this thing. And I already took the fight. I already signed the contract. I already did my paperwork. And just me and my cousins and two of my friends that were going there were like, you know what? This is our dream. This is what we want to do. We're not going to let no one tell us no. If we're going to fight, we're the ones getting in. We're just not going to use their name. So we made some name like Los Three Amigos Academy. We take the fight. One of the guys pulls out, and I don't know if you guys know him, but he's actually always in Dominic Cruz's corner. His name's Nick Piedmont.
No.
So Nick Piedmont was with us, and my other boy Manny and me. We take the fight. We both win, and that's when I met my angel that night. That actually made me to the person I am today. And that was April 25th, 2009. He actually fought on my card. I don't know if he was just trying to sell me something or trying to get me to go to his gym, but the conversation me and him had, Joey Rivera, my head coach now, was just like, hey, fool, I saw you fight. Hey, come to my gym, man. I'll make you into a champion. You know, you got what it takes. You got those cojones. Like, trust me. Just listen to me. I got you. Well, that Monday morning I signed up. June 27th of 2009, I signed up with him on a fight in Globe, and man, we've been kicking it ever since. Wow. You know, that's when
Tell me a little bit about your first fight. I mean, were you nervous at all? Like, how did you win the fight? Was it by knockout, by choke, or just
armbar? Actually, I got the fight of the night that day too.
Really?
I went in, you know, being a wrestler, but one thing people don't know is in my neighborhood that I grew up with, you know, there's the Mexicans, and then there was, I would say, the rich, upscale kids. And, you know, when there's always issues, and we always did, on early out days, we did Tuesday night fights where the school goes, we meet in like a desert and everyone fights. I was always that kid because I had a kid that pushed me into it. So when fighting, like I think I get nervous because I don't want to let people down. But when it's time to fight, like I don't get nervous. If anything, that's like you drinking a beer when you feel comfortable and relaxed, or you doing something that makes you feel really good that you have to do before you go to sleep. Anything. That's how I feel when I'm in the cage. Like I feel like I belong there. And I only feel that for those 15 minutes, and nothing can compare to how I feel. So yeah, no, I don't get nervous fighting.
Now tell me a little bit.
I get nervous.
These Tuesday night fights. So you guys just meet up with like a bunch of other guys in a desert and go at it?
So it would be pretty much, so you got your crew, right? Your group of friends that you hang out with.
Uh-huh.
I got mine, and we get there, but all right, well, we're going to put this kid, well, the main, we would call it, how we call it set up now, the main event was my friend Raul Rocha and this kid named Rico. And, you know, they're the two baddest kids. But before that, they wanted someone. And this kid came up to me. His name is, actually, he pretty much called me out. His name's, I know him to this day. He actually lives behind me. Kyle Dugan. He came up to me and was like, no, I'm going to fight you. Me and you. And I'm not going to lie to you. At that time, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not fighting you, man. You're big. No, you're one of the coolest kids on camp or at school. You, have a reputation of beating people up, no, I'm good. But no, my friend my big brother Raul Rocha, he pulled me aside. Exact words, Andy, you're not gonna you're gonna go out there and you're gonna fight him. He's like, it's just like when I pick on you or all your cousins pick on you. They don't got what he got. He's like, trust me, you're a fighter. And I remember just being so nervous at that time, and then pop. And then ever since then, it was like, is Andy gonna fight? Is Andy gonna fight? So it's been like that since I was a kid. Even in my front yard, people were known for Andy always wanted to fight. I guess it was just in my DNA.
Oh, wow. Now you're a pro fighter now, or still amateur?
Yeah, I'm pro, man. I'm pro. I'm probably gonna have one of the weirdest talked about careers in my life, man. Like
You have a lot of amateur fights, or
I went 8-0 as an amateur.
okay.
But hold on. What do you consider an amateur fight though?
Well, I know there's some guys like, how can I say this? I know there's some fights that people have like that are called like they're like not really on record. You know, they just have like my friend fought in one where it was actually like in a restaurant in Brooklyn. Believe it or not.
Wow.
And he got. I mean, technically you're considered pro if you're paid, but I guess let me rephrase it. When did you start fighting pro in like a recognized organization? Because I mean, there's guys that fight in these like.
Then it was my first fight. My first fight.
Say that
my
again?
first fight in 2000. Then I've never had. All right, because I know now when you have amateur fights now, they have headgear and shin pads, right? Some organizations now that have legit amateur fights.
Okay.
I see that on YouTube. I forgot what the organization is do with it, or sometimes they just wear shin pads and big gloves. No, I've been fighting normal gloves, nothing since my very first fight, and a mouthpiece since 2009 of April 25th.
Okay.
And
so what was the first organization you fought in then?
Those were WFF and Uptown Fights.
Okay.
And the only difference between my fight and the pro fight was they got paid. We did the exact same thing, same rules, everything.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So when did you start making money? Like, what was the first organization you started fighting for?
For Uptown, they actually moved. They're the ones that made me pro. Uptown Fighting. It's actually that I wish that organization would have kept running, because it's in Arizona. There's a lot of small towns, so he picked the small town and he got all the small towns around it. So it did pretty good. That was in I want to say 2011, and then 2012, and then 13, 14. I took a break. I went downhill.
Okay. Was it like health reasons, or you got injured, or?
Just stupid teenagers. I was. How do I say? I bit into my own hype. I went 8-0 as an amateur, 4-0 as a pro. You know, I was a part of the. I hate it but with me, you're gonna get the truth, man. The epidemic area. I was part of that for a little bit. So I got into some pretty bad drugs for a while, and I went to prison for it.
Oh. Okay. And then how did you pull yourself back out? Was it through the martial arts, or?
The mentality of martial arts. The fact that you know how I told you pretty much that cage is my heaven?
Yeah.
Like that's where I feel in peace.
Yeah.
Well, I needed to get back to my heaven. That's what was in my head. Every time I was on that yard, and, you know, thank God, I'm not saying prison is the best place, but, you know, in every heart, there's always a great person. And I'm lucky enough that I found one person in there that saw something, was like, no, this kid is not coming back. He took me under his wing after I told him my story. He made me do these workouts that I didn't want to do. So when I went in, when I caught my case, I went in at 267 pounds, right?
Yep.
And that was in 2013.
How much did you go up to?
267.
And what's your weight now?
Well, what do I fight at, or what do I walk around at?
Both. What do you walk around at now?
153.
Holy shit. And then, and when that girl said that you would be more attractive and if you lost weight, how heavy were you then?
Oh, I was 222.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Oh shit, dude! Wow, that's a big drop. You went from 260 and you walk around at 155 now?
Yeah, and I used to fight at that time. When I dropped down from 222, I fought at 175, 185. And I'm telling you, when I looked at that weight, I look like, and I'm not trying to be funny, but this is what people told me. I look like that guy in Nacho Libre, you know?
Now what do you fight at, 135?
Yes, sir. I fought 3 times this year at 135.
Wow. Now, what's the organization you're fighting for now? I think I saw it online.
Man, I got blessed. Like I said, man, all that hard work, and you know, I got signed to Combate-Americas.
That's it.
It's the best Latin America, and they're gonna take over the United States.
So where do they fight? They fight in Arizona, or you go down to Mexico? Like, where did a lot of their fights held at?
Well, what they're taking is right now. Well, I fought in Arizona, in my backyard, Tucson, but they go to Texas, California, all over California, Puerto Rico, all over Mexico, and I think they went to Peru, and so, and they just signed Tito Ortiz. So.
Oh, he's fighting with. He's gonna fight over there, Tito Ortiz.
Yes, sir.
Now, do they stream their fights, or
Sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Or is it like you can watch it on their website for free? I went on their website and noticed that the guy that runs it used to work for the UFC.
Yes, I think he was the first producer, Scott Campbell.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Great man. Great. That's one thing I wish all these organizations would take with this kid, with what Scott Campbell's doing, and because, and this is just me speaking. This is how he makes me feel, and everyone in that organization, all the top guys, celebrities. Like when you get there, just them saying, "Hey, thank you for being here." Man, you don't know how much that means. And he does that to all his fighters. I don't care he's doing it just to do it, but it still pays a lot. And then, you know, if he likes you, he has you come back. He doesn't care about your record. Like, if you put on an exciting fight and you fight, I guess how he says it, you fight like a Mexican or a Latino, he has you come back. Like, he's a good guy. You know how you have all these other people cutting you because you lost 2 straight?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
man.
I've lost it, like if you lost 2 or 3 fights, they would cut you. Yeah.
And, you know, he sees that, yeah, I lost by splits, but he also saw that I put on a fight, and he had me come back. So all power to him, man. Him and his guy that doesn't get a lot of props. I'm probably gonna fuck up his name. Mike Oshkowitz.
Okay.
Michael Oshkowitz. It's Mike, the man, and then Alberto Del Rio is pretty cool too.
Nice. And then, so tell me a little bit more about the fight that you got coming up.
Oh man. So I'm gonna be fighting October 11th in Tucson, Arizona for Combate, and the opponent's not signed yet, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't really matter who it is. Like I train. I don't have camps. I don't really take days off. My wife has to beg me to take days off, and sometimes that's a little struggle because I want this bout so bad, and when you want something bad enough, and you're gonna do whatever it takes. So, but I also know recovery is part of it. So I've already fought 3 times this year, and we're in month 6.
Yeah. So what, do you take a break? Are you taking a break now, or are you just lightening your training and then you're going to gear it up as you get close? Like maybe, I don't know. Well, you're fighting this, when's your fight? In October, right?
October. Yeah. Well, I won't say take a break, but I did cut down my training to like 3 times a week.
Okay. And then you
instead of every day like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm still running, and then I like this week I went Tuesday, and then I'm going back right now because I have my kids class that I'm teaching, and then I think not this week, next week I actually volunteer at a Triangle Y Ranch camp where I'm a camp counselor that I've been going since I was a kid, and I actually got to start helping out.
Okay.
So I volunteer my whole week for that. And yeah, that's what I got so far.
Do you do a lot of stand-up, or is it mostly grappling on your off-season, or?
Oh, see, man, everyone says, oh, well, I do strictly jiu-jitsu. Like the camp the school that I go to with my professor, Joey Rivera, like we do that basically. It's like one thing he told me that stuck to me is like, that's why you always have to work on your striking. Do 10 minutes of your striking, then let's do 10 minutes grappling. Or, when you go to a gym, so you just want to lift your arms, like, no, you want to lift everything. You want to get everything. That's why people hate leg day, because they only do it 2 days a week. If you do work it like 10 minutes gradually, your body's going to get used to that. So we do everything. It's every day. Like I don't have strictly grappling or strictly striking or strictly cardio. Then again, I'm there from 9 to, I'm his full-time fighter, so I'm from 9 to 5. So he has a lot of time to play with me.
I hear you. All right, guys, we'll be right back to continue this interview after a short break.
Okay.
Good day, everybody. This is Dan Young with Total Wellness Radio, and you are tuned into the Marc the Shark MMA Show.
All right, guys, we're back to the show. This is Marc. And to all the listeners out there, we'd appreciate it if you make a small contribution to keep the podcast going. All you have to do is go to anchor.fm Marc the Shark MMA Show and click on the support this podcast button. And it's Marc with a C and not a K. Again, it's anchor.fm /Marc the Shark MMA Show.
All right, guys, we're back on the show. We still have Andy, Golden Boy Perez still on the line. Well, Eddie, we were just talking about your training schedule and the organization you fight with. Now, when you fight with these organizations, are you just tied to that one organization, or can you hop around to different organizations?
Well, before I was a lost boy. I was just trying to. I guess I was just trying to find a home, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get like, after I told you when I did my downfall. After every downfall, there was always an uphill battle, and my battle to climb that ladder was strong because, like I said, my coach Joey, he sat down with me. We had a great talk, brought me back into it. We did what I got to do. And he just told me, just stay ready, just keep coming, and, your time will come. And, in everybody's eyes, they want to be UFC, right? I guess that's the goal.
Yep.
UFC when you're a kid, that's because kids don't know about all these locals. They don't know. They just see what they see on TV, and the only organization they see on TV, well, they see more now, but it was the UFC.
Yep.
And, man, I was just like, all right, cool. Got my first fight back in 2017 in November. And I was like, oh, yeah, after that performance, someone's going to call me. Well, no. So then I was just bouncing around locals, just looking. Then I got called by Combate, and they had me come back. I would say at first I was just a free agent. Whenever they came back, they called me. And, of course, they call me, I'm ready. And this time they said that they were going to sign me. So I guess that means that I'm just able to fight with them. But before that, I was able to fight for whoever, whenever. I wasn't under contract with nobody. So, yeah, I was able to hop around, make money.
Did they give you an X amount of fights on a contract, like 5-fight, 3-fight contract, or?
Yeah, that I haven't. That's with my team, coach, my professor Joey, and he's the one that handles that. Him and his wife Nicole, they're the one, because I'm honest. If they give me a contract with $100, I'm gonna do it because I'm a fighter. Like I don't do this for the money. I don't. But I still have to do this, and I still got to get paid for what I'm worth. I would settle with anything because I'm a fighter. That's why I have the people that I have are like, no, this kid's worth way more than that. Why are you trying to lowball him just because he'll say yes? A lot of people take advantage of us like that because a lot of us have that fight mentality. Like, I just want to show what the world I'm about.
Now, do you have any aspirations to go to a bigger show, like in the future, or?
No, I feel like in my heart, like I have a feeling Combate is gonna do what to make it right, and they're gonna take care of me. Like I don't have nothing to worry about. Like I'm fine. It's just like I bought a new house. That's how I feel. Like I got a home. I got a beautiful wife that supports me more than anything. And I got my kids, and I'm just happy to I don't have to go look for fights no more. They just come and ask me now.
Yeah, that's always good, right?
Yeah, that's way better, man. Like I don't have to stand on the side of the corner with my thumb out saying pick me. I'm done then. I paid my dues, man. I call myself I'm with that kid with the attitude era, like with the kids that went in when it was like still old school, but they were already moving to a different era. Like I was that kid. Like I got to see how the old schools train. I've seen Don Fry train. I've seen my coach Joey Rivera train. I've seen Drew Fickett train. George Roop, Ed West, like the old school cats. Like I was their little guy. I was their little homie, the one that, they made sure. But I also got to see how they trained, and now I got to see how the new generation train. So I got the best of both worlds.
Now, how does it work for training? Does your coach let you train for free as long as you fight for them, or do they give you like a break on the training fees? Like, how does that work? Can you teach there? Like, how do you work that out?
Well, as what I understand right now, it's because I've been on a 2-year hiatus where I just been strictly nothing but training for straight 2 years. I'd have a day off one day, but that was even pretty rare. Now, after we got signed, I feel like he kind of let down the reins, and he's like, my fight, I think he's seen it. He's like, because he hasn't been bothering me. Usually he'll text me, hey, how you doing? Right now, he's just like, if he shows up, he shows up. He's not pulling that reins. He's letting me do what I want now because he knows that I'm still going to wake up. Even if I don't go to the gym, I'm still going to wake up and do my 3 miles before my wife goes to work or going to work. So nothing changes. He still knows I'm still going to go in the back, and I guess I'm just not going 100%. So, but right now I'm on I would say leave pay, sick time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, when it comes to training, do you prefer to strike, do like more striking, or do you prefer to do more grappling?
Man, I like when we have this. It's called, I call it touch butt. It's like MMA. It's pretty much MMA, like, but you're going really light. That's my favorite type because we still roll and we still have the punches. But if you make me pick one, I would have to say I like grappling because I'm just so goofy and my body bends ways that people don't expect. But I also got that Latino blood where I do love that slugfest. So I don't know, man. And my dad was a pro boxer. Can I just pick MMA?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Like,
Have
yeah,
you ever
I
thought
really,
about going into boxing, like to do that as well as MMA, or no?
yeah, we roll MMA. That's what we do. Like when,
No, I
and I
mean
also,
like do some professional boxing matches for their money.
oh, if I had to pick, I would probably pick a professional grappling match because, I don't have to get hit in the head. Getting hit in the head sucks. It does. Like there's nothing good about it.
Yeah. Now, do you have any sponsors now?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of family that like are my sponsors that don't even want nothing. So shout out to them. All my family that gives my momager money so I could train. And that's my mom and my manager because, she's the one that she's actually sells all my tickets. Her and my wife are the hustlers. So they're Angela and Mercedes Perez, my number one sponsors, and Ana, Daniela. Those are my family sponsors. But I got a Burger King. I got I'm trying to get so I don't mess this up. I'm so sorry. Jesse's Auto. I got the Reynolds family. I got Putney's Pit, Tony's Professional Mobile Mechanics Service, the Luke's families, Big Bear's Garage Services, my brother's barbershop. That's the men's room in Tucson, Arizona. Hit that up. Eva's Party Rentals, Team Prep and Team Bowl, and my family's restaurant, Carlota's, and then Cactus Overhead Garage Doors. And those are just like from my local town. Like all those businesses are small town businesses that like are my neighbors that actually got lucky and opened up a little thing. So I give them full support. Catalina is a great community. So
That's great. Now, do you follow which organization? Is there any outside your organization? Is there any particular MMA organization that you follow a lot? You follow like just the UFC, or you follow Bellator?
Oh man, I'm a big. When I mean big fan, I'm like a big fan of any organization. Like I follow CFC up where you guys are at. I actually, you're in the East Coast, right?
Yep.
I actually fought for I think PA. It was in is it Pennsylvania? I fought in Pennsylvania under some organization, PFA. I fought some cat named Jimmy Jordan out there. I still follow them. Like anything I see live on my Facebook or on Instagram. I'm also the kid that buys UFC Fight Pass, The Zone, like LFA, like all those. I watch that because all those kids are in my competition. We're all working to be in the best organization. So eventually the best is going to be in the best. And I watch that and I'm like, okay, that's that. I could fight that guy. I could fight that guy, and I could fight that guy. I'm going to study this guy. Like, I'm really obsessed like that when it comes to stuff like that. You could ask my wife, my kids. I watch my fights over and over. I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, I love Brandon
Schaub. Like all those, like those are the people I aspire that I like and I look up to because I seen they were in the same path that I'm going, and I see where they're at now. So, and I listen to them. Chael Sonnen too. That guy. One of his podcasts is the reason I was able to turn my life around. One of it you guys should listen to. It's how he got into the UFC. He was just ready at that moment. Always be ready, because you never know. This is the life. You never know when your cards are going to get dealt, and that's why I stay ready. And that's why my coach tells me to stay ready. And I'm trying to show that to my kids, so when they get there, their road is a lot easier than mine.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing today when I get off done with this podcast interview?
Probably watching some UFC fights.
Yeah, man. Today's what, because I'm married and I got 4 kids. So my wife and my kids are out of the house today. So I got what I call a me day. Everything I do today is for me. Gotta watch Bellator today. Actually, it's UFC first. I think they got the prelims at 4. And then I watch Bellator at night.
Yeah.
Like a lot of MMA and looking forward to it. Did you see Bellator last weekend?
With Dale Dunn. Yeah. Actually, I'm.
With Rory McDonald, Amy Gracie, and Cal Sonnen.
Yeah. And then Leota and Chael and Dylan Dennis. I watched that one.
Yeah. What'd you think of that show? I kind of like that Grand Prix stuff that they're doing.
Which guy?
I kind of like that Bellator is doing this Grand Prix tournament thing.
I do like that. Hey, Combate is doing stuff like that too, though. They do it the Combate Cup.
Oh, they
do it. But they don't do it. They don't do it like Bellator does it. They do it like kind of like PFL does it. So one day, one round, then a 2-rounder.
Oh,
or a 3-rounder.
Okay.
So,
so you follow the PFL as well, then, right?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm not only am I wouldn't say I'm a fanboy. I say I'm an actual student of this game, because all those people fighting, I could have a chance to fight them, right?
True.
It's a slim chance, but you never know. What happens if I get the call and they get signed to the organization, or what happens if I work my way up to be the best of the world? Then they want to come fight me over here in Combate.
Mm. Now
that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Now in Combate, who's the current champ at your belt? At your weight class, I should say.
Gustavo Lopez. And yes, I've seen him twice, and I've told him, even though the two times I've seen him I lost, I always tell him I'm still coming for that belt. I'm still coming for that belt. Like, even though my losses, and they're split lot. Like, you watch the fight, you'll be like, okay, like, after you get this done, look me up. Andy Perez versus David Duran. It's on YouTube. Look it up. Then you could even inbox me and tell me, okay, or, you know what, it was close. You did a good performance, but I still give it to the other guy. I'm cool with that. But you'll look at that fight. You'll look at that fight and be like, okay, I'm a fan of this kid. Like, I'm a fan of Andy Perez.
Now, Andy, the current champ, what's his record now?
If I had to top of my head, maybe 7-3, 10-3.
Oh, okay. So he's not unbeaten. Now, how many fights let's say he stays the champ, how many fights do you need to get to fight for that belt?
Shoot. I don't know, man. Depends on how the promoter is looking at it. What happens if I get this my next October 11th?
Yeah, you win that.
Say I win that, and what happens if something like Ala Quinta comes? The Ala Quinta blessing. You just be there, and that guy pulls out, and I'm happy. They need a 135er. Maybe that happens, but if everything by the book, I say maybe 2-3 fights. But how 2-3 fights, but how the world works, you never know. What happens if I win the next one, or what happens if they need a last minute fight because someone pulls out and they pull me in, or they pull me in for the number one contender, or say they do that tournament again and they need somebody, they put me in. There's my chance.
Now, the guys
I'm a dreamer, so.
Right? Like, right now, you don't know who you're fighting.
No, sir.
Now, I'm assuming they're going to let you know soon. Now, do they do any marketing? Like, for you, like, are you guys going to be, like, doing, like, press conferences? And then,
see, I don't know. I would love to do some press conferences. I would love to do that stuff, but I don't know if Combate is doing that yet. But hey, the way that they're moving right now, I wouldn't be surprised they start doing conferences like that, like where they know who's gonna fight where and stuff like that, because they're popping, man. But remember, Rome wasn't built overnight. So, but if they do, I will definitely be doing press conference myself, be selling myself, because that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Now, do you find that you try to, like, get yourself, like, create, like, some kind of animosity between you and your opponent in order to fight them, or you don't have any animosity to the guys you're fighting?
I actually have no clue. No, I don't. I don't. All I know is that they just told me I'm not fighting until October 11th. That's
okay. No, but I'm saying, like, in general, when you're getting ready for a fight, let's say you know the guy you're fighting. Right? Let's say it's Brett Smith or something like that. Do you try to find yourself, all right, I'm going to make myself angry at this guy so I can get into the fight ring with him and fight him? Some fighters, they try to, like, I guess they try to, like, mentally formulate some kind of anger towards the guy they're fighting.
I came from a Mexican background where, that's you and your there's always 7 cousins at your grandma's house, and you're always fighting, and you learn how to love. And I'm able to turn that switch. Like, I'm able to, man, how do I say this? When I get in my fight mode, I'm able to switch to where I hate that guy, because that's how you fight. And that's why when you see me fight, I'll be talking or I'll be laughing, because I'm the one in there fighting, so I could do whatever I want. So sometimes I am really mad when I fight in there, and it's not a front. It's just that I'm able to go back to my past life and switch that on, and all that stuff that makes me angry, that brings the reason why I fight, it turns it on. So yeah, like when I fight, I fight like a thug. Like I'm ready in there for a fight. Like when you go in there, you'll see it. You see it in my demeanor. Like I got a little bit of differentness when I fight. Like you could tell I'm fighting with my heart. And yeah, I hate from that moment till I signed that contract. So what did you say, Brett Smith? Yeah, I hate fucking Brett Smith till that day. I hate him. Like, I don't want nothing to do with him. You know, yeah, I'll be cordial with you if we have to be at the press conference. But if you start dogging me, you best believe I'm going to be dogging you back. Or, you know, like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's shake hands. Like the Diaz says, whatever. Like, I don't really want to shake your hand. We're about to fight. Yeah. They wanted to be a sport, but then again, sir, I'm the one going in the cage, right? So my feelings is the only one that matters to myself. So I don't really care when people tell me, oh, calm down. No, I'm not going to calm down, because this is what I need to do to get myself in this ready to fight, because I'm going in there fighting. When I set up the Tuesday night fights back then, I still hated that guy. Like when I found out I was about to fight that guy, I was like, no, I'm not going to be cool with you till after. Like no handshaking, nothing, because it's a fight. Like the only thing separating us is we have a commission that stops us from actually doing more damage that we can do to the person. Because imagine if I didn't want to let go of a choke and I got into somebody. Come on. That's how I look at it. Like I look like it, like I'm in the gladiator days. Like I'm fighting, and as soon as it's over, I get to go back to my family, and I made money doing the thing that I love. So it's like, all right, cool. We can shake hands now, man, because I'm getting paid. So, all power to you. Like this last fight, David Duran, before the fight, I couldn't stand the guy. I didn't want nothing to do with him. But after, I got signed. I can't hate the guy that made me get signed, because he gave me the fight of my life. Like, it was two dance partners. Like, I went and congratulated him. Hey, bro, thank you so much. Even though you got the win, thank you, because now I got a home, and now I know I got these fights coming, and I'm able to support my family. Like, this is everything I asked for, man. It's like, this is my dream coming true, for real.
Mm. Now, if anybody wanted to get in touch with you, like any of your future, your fans that are following you, or sponsors, or MMA promoters, how would they get in touch with you?
All right. Actually, I'm really friendly. You message me, I message you back, because I've been that kid where I'm like, okay, I want to message this star and never get nothing back. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna be that kid that, hey, what's up, Michael? Oh, keep training, bro. Heads up. Give them at least one message back. So it's Andy Perez on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Andy88 Perez88 at gmail.com. Same with my Twitter account. If you guys want to sponsor me and take a chance on a kid that never gives up, man, that's been through the ringer, knows what poverty is, lived in Mexico, with no running water, all that stuff, and now I'm being a camp counselor at the YMCA. I'm trying to be a good role model to these kids, because if you don't have a good leader, you could have a bad leader and lead these kids to horrible stuff. I don't want that, because I was part of that, man. And so take a chance on me, and I promise you guys won't doubt it and won't deny it. And thank you.
Guys, heard it from
hey, one more thing. Sorry, one more thing. So you know how you have your podcast?
Yeah.
You know, if you ever want to be on, me and I want to say we're starting one. I think we're just dabbling, trying. We also have one. It's called Golden Boy, or it's called Salty Ball and Golden Boy Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast. I just do it on my Facebook, and he does it on his iTunes. So it's Salty Ball and Golden Boy Talk. So shout out to my boy Balthazar.
Yeah, we'll get in touch, offline. I don't have a problem with that. Everybody listening, this is Andy Golden Boy Perez. Check him out. And what's the name of the organization again?
Sorry, what?
What's the name of the organization you're fighting for again?
Combate-Americas.
Combate-Americas. He's fighting in October. Check him out. He's going to be the next rising star in MMA, the 135-pound class. Andy, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Good luck to you in your future, and we hope to see you again soon on the podcast.
All right, thank you, man. Hey, check me out on YouTube, man, and let me know what you think.
Oh, I will, man.
All right, hey, guys. Have a great thing, and who do you? Real quick, just to say, because we got off subject, since you're having your meet day, are you gonna watch the bare knuckle match?
Oh, I just found out about that stuff. That's like the bare knuckle boxing, right? They have it on YouTube.
Yeah, but some professional boxer, I think his name's Paulie something. He's boxing Conor McGregor's best friend, Altram Lobov.
Is that on today?
Yeah, it's on today. They have 3 events today. Is that crazy? They have Bellator, UFC, and bare knuckle boxing.
How do you get the bare knuckle boxing? Is that on YouTube?
It's on you have to pay for it. It's on pay-per-view.
I gotta look into that. I gotta check
it
out.
All right,
Andy. Have a good one.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. We'll be back after a short break.
Have a good day.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're back to the show. This is Mark. And to all the listeners out there, we'd appreciate it if you make a small contribution to keep the podcast going. All you have to do is go to anchor.fm Mark the Shark MMA show and click on the support this podcast button. And it's Mark with a C and not a K. Again, it's anchor.fm /Mark the Shark MMA show.
Hey fans, here at Podcast City Network, we have a lot of great shows on all of our great social media outlets. PodcastCity.net.
Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit that thumbs up. You can send a tweet to Podcast City Network on Twitter at Podcast City Net.
Only on Podcast City Network.
This is a Coupon Queen Pin from the CQP Moments podcast, and you're listening to Mark the Shark MMA Show.
Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/MMA show and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a trial for free and start listening. It's that easy. Go to audible.com/MMA show. Why Audible? Audible content includes an unmatched selection of audiobooks, original shows, news, comedy, and more from our leading audiobook publishers, broadcasters, and entertainers. And if you need a book suggestion, I have two. One is called I Am a Survivor by Christina Ritordo, and the other one is written by me, Marc Ritordo, called The Cabal. The Saga Begins.
Alright guys, we're at the end of our show. This is Marc Ritordo. I'm signing off. And don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page. It's called the Marc the Shark MMA Show. And it's Marc with a C, not a K. And also, feel free to leave us messages by using the Anchor app. And also, don't forget, if you're in a mood for a good action thriller book, to buy my book called The Cabal, The Saga Begins. It's available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. And if you need a good book for your kid, get the I Am Survivor book or Invisible Girl book written by my daughter, Christina Ritordo, also available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show and continue to listen to our shows every week. Thank you.